15,000 steps is completely doable. Hey guys, it's Robin and welcome to the Science of Self-Care. Today I have a bit more of a practical video. We're going to talk about how to walk 15,000 steps every single day. And this might, to some people, sound like a lot. To other people, that might sound like a really easy step goal. For me, it's kind of a personal sweet spot that feels really good for my body and mind, but it's not too overbearing in my schedule in terms of a time commitment. 15,000 steps is totally doable for everyone. It might just take a little bit of reworking of your daily routine and adding in a few new habits. So we're going to talk about some tips of how you too can get 15,000 steps every single day. So let's get started. Probably my number one tip is to wake up and walk and wake, whatever you want to call it. Literally roll out of bed, put on your shoes, put on some SPF, and just walk. If you're someone who takes a long time to wake up or you need coffee in the morning, you can do all those things while you're walking. Take a coffee on your walk, wake up on your walk, and before you know it, 30 minutes later, you may have walked a mile, 2 miles, and you're wide awake and ready for the day. It really doesn't cost that much time, and you would probably be sitting around kind of groggily in those 30 minutes anyways. It also puts you off to a great start where you feel motivated to continue to get steps throughout the day because you've already walked 2 miles before your day has begun. Quick biochem hack. This is also great if you are focusing on burning fat. The second you wake up, your body is in a fasted state. Walking in a fasted state means your body will preferentially use fat as energy because walking is such a low intensity activity exercise. So walking right when you wake up is also just a great way to get a little extra fat burning into your day. Let's go on to the second tip. Tip number 2 is call and walk or meet and walk. Honestly, socializing while walking makes walking pass so quickly, whether that's a 30-minute phone call to your mom, whether it's a business meeting. It also changes the way that we show up in a conversation. I notice that when I'm calling someone and walking, I'm a lot more attentive. I'm actually listening to what they're saying. I'm able to come up with better responses and be more present in the conversation because we don't have other things distracting us. Sometimes when we're sitting at our desk and talking with someone, we might still be distracted by these other things in our head. We might be distracted by our phone. But if you are walking and conversing, you become extremely present in the conversation that you're involved in. For me, it's also related to the fact that my blood is flowing, and it's just something I've noticed. I have the best conversations when I walk. Third tip to walking 15,000 steps every single day is to have regular dance parties. Just put on your favorite music and dance, and you will get a lot of steps in here. I'm always shocked at how many thousands of steps I can get while dancing. Obviously, the step counters aren't always extremely accurate, and sometimes you can just like add steps this way. To me, I don't really care if the steps are accurate. It's such an active full body activity that's so good for your mind as well that I will take all the steps that come from dancing. My fourth tip would be to really plan your day and have a structure to your day. So for me, hitting 15,000 steps, I like to have 2 milestones in my day that I make sure I always hit, having 5,000 steps by lunch and 10,000 steps by dinner. Sometimes I have more by dinner, sometimes I have 12,000 by dinner, sometimes I have 8,000 by lunch. But the point is that you just have these milestones that make sure you are on track so that you're not stuck at the end of the day quickly running around your house like a mad person trying to get your last steps in. If I look at my steps at lunchtime and I only have 4,000 steps, I'll do a quick walk around the block before I have lunch. And that means I stay on track. Kind of related to the last point, I think lunch breaks are a great time to just walk every single day. I know a lot of people take 30 minutes to an hour lunch break. There's a lot of time in there to go for a quick walk, and this is not only just very healthy for your body and can help you reach your steps, but I think it's also really healthy to refresh your mind so that when you return to your work after lunch, you are sharp, you are energized, and you don't have as much of this kind of afternoon slump that can sometimes happen when we're just stationary the whole day. The next tip is also related a bit to productivity, but I love to brainstorm while walking. This is something I do a lot. if I have a difficult problem I need to solve, or I just want to have a creative moment, I will literally take whatever problem or idea I'm working with, I'll take it with me either on a walk or I will brainstorm walking in a circle. Walking really helps us get our blood flowing, and this helps us come up with cool ideas. It also puts us in a bit of a diffusive thinking state where we're not too focused on our problem, but we have a lot going on, and this can help our brain come up with really interesting connections. So highly recommend brainstorming while walking, either walking around the block or walking in a circle. It really, really works. In fact, most of my videos I come up with while walking. This video was just quickly thought together while I was walking. And my last tip is make walking practical. So a lot of times people think of going on recreational walks, but if we have to go to the grocery store, if we have to meet someone in a cafe or go to the gym, try to walk there as much as possible. So for me, I take a lot of public transit, I walk to the train, I walk to the bus, and that just adds a lot of extra steps. If you are someone who commutes by car, park a little bit farther away, give yourself a necessary walk around the block to get to your destination. This all really adds up, and it helps the time fly because your walking is productive. It's getting you from point A to point B, so it's just kind of part of your day. Ultimately, walking 15,000 steps is going to require about 2.5 hours of your day, and this might sound like a lot, but when we start combining walking with working and socializing and meeting and going to the grocery store, it's actually not a lot. And starting your day off with a really strong walk while you're waking up is probably my #1 tip to make it manageable and keep you motivated throughout the day to hit those milestones by lunch, dinner, and the time you go to bed. I'd love to know what walking hacks you have, how you like to incorporate steps into your day, and let me know what's kind of your average step count at the moment. Is it more than 15,000? Is it less? Comment down below and share. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time.